This is Mitch, and welcome to the taxfreefuture.com segment where we're going to talk about why choose taxfreefuture.com instead of the others out there. And that's a very good question. We get that question a lot. There is a magnificently huge reason to do that, not just one or two, maybe three or four for sure on top. So how you doing this morning, Tim?
I am doing absolutely wonderful. Mitch, yourself?
I'm doing great. You're there in sunny Mexico. You're making me jealous. It's cold here. I got a fire in the fireplace. There's no snow or big scenery like you have. But anyways, one of the reasons I needed to start thinking about where I had my tax-free, tax-deferred retirement plans was because they lured me in with the zero money to get in. Like it didn't cost anything to get in. And then I got in. And, when you first start out your account, you don't have a lot of money in it. There's not a lot of transactions. And it's not that big a deal, but they fee you for everything. They fee you for a transaction. They fee you when you call for a payoff. They fee you at the end of the year. They just fee you for whatever your account is worth. It's just like, the more you're worth, the bigger the fee is. Well, I look up years down the road and I'm paying about $3,000 an account per year. By the time I figure out everything they charge me during the year and all the different fees, and I have 4 accounts. So I'm paying $12,000 a year to let these people park my money. And I thought, man, this is heartbreaking. It doesn't make any sense to me. I started looking around. I talked to Tim, and Tim's been an attorney for tax-deferred, tax-free retirement plans for well over 2 decades. He won't tell me exactly how long because I don't think he wants me to know how old he is, but he's old. Right? And
where's the dirt? Is the dirt falling off of me? I'm old as dirt.
He's old as dirt. And so we got together and said, look, is there a way, I knew Tim didn't charge anything, so we figured out a way that let's pay something up front, but let's keep the annual dues at a minimum. And so basically you can get in for zero and have to pay the rest of your life. And the bigger you get, the more fees there are. Or you can get into tax-free future, pay $1,500 plus whatever it costs in your state to set up an entity like an LLC or a corporation, and once that fee is done one time, then it's about $200 a year, give or take $200 a year annual maintenance, period. No matter how many transactions, no matter how many times you do this. And there's another big reason that one entity that you have to pay for, the LLC or corporation or whatever it is that you choose, that's the first thing that your retirement plan is going to buy. It's going to buy a company. It doesn't have anything in it, but it's buying this company. And a company has to have a checkbook and it has to have a bank account. And so now what happens is your retirement plan has checkbook and a bank account that you don't have to ask anybody's permission to write a check on. So it's a retirement plan with checkbook control. And most people don't offer that. To tell you the truth, a lot of people, I don't know what it is, but they don't want you to have that control. I guess because once you have that control, you get to invest in what you want to, and they don't get to make all the fees and all the money and all the transactions and everything. Because now, your retirement plan owns a company. Your company has a bank account. That bank account has a checkbook. And if that company wants to buy something, it writes a check and it buys it. Now, you would want to check with Tim before you did a transaction to make sure that you're not getting out of bounds anywhere. But that's pretty simple. And once you do a certain kind of routine, like, buy a house in your retirement plan, sell a house in your retirement plan, if it's something cookie cutter that Tim's already approved for you, then you don't have to call Tim and ask about that. It's business as usual. But if it's something out of the ordinary, or there's a arm's length question, then you might want to call Tim. And so, Tim, tell us the other reasons. I know there's more reasons, but I just instinctively know because you know so much about this stuff. I just named 2 reasons why you would want to do it. What are some other reasons why you would want to be with Tax-Free Future?
Well, let me give you a super big reason, and this just happened recently. One of our clients, they became disabled. And now inside the operating agreement, they were named as the manager of the LLC inside their IRA. Now their kids wanted to take over because this was a rental property. They wanted to be able to do whatever needed to be done with the rental property. They had to be the manager of the LLC, and there was going to be a disaster. But fortunately, our operating agreements, our IRA LLC operating agreements, name successor managers. So if you die, become disabled, whatever, we have there in black and white in the operating agreement that the custodian has agreed to that this other person is just going to slide right in and be the new manager. And I can't tell you how much of a nightmare that saved the family. That would have been an absolute nightmare if our operating agreements wouldn't have had that language, but they do have that language. And so now, even though dad was disabled, the kids could just come in and manage the property, no problem whatsoever. So that's another super big thing, is having the right language inside the operating agreement and knowing how to work with that right language, knowing the proper way how to work these IRA LLCs. Because the IRA LLC is pretty much like a computer, and we're pretty much the software. And if you don't have the proper software, if you don't have good software, that computer is going to be absolutely garbage. So those are some more compelling reasons to use Tax-Free Future for your IRA LLC setup.
That brings us to one of the last reasons. We're going to wrap it up. But another great big reason to go to taxfreefuture.com and to roll over your accounts there and get control of your financial future is because you have this guy right here in your corner. He's been over 2 decades. That's all he does is retirement plan law and tax law. And he amazes me all the time. When we call him, we think we've hit a roadblock, or we think a transaction's not doable for whatever reason. And it's just how you look at it. We don't do anything outside the law. It's all legal. And Tim just knows a lot of ways to work with the system that's been created to get done what you need to get done. It always amazes me. So I'd like to thank you, Tim, for taking the time to do these little segments with us. Your knowledge is invaluable, and I'm sure the people are enjoying it. And I'm sure you're ready to hit the beach or something, go surfing. I mean, you don't have a tan. You don't have a tan, Tim, so you must be staying indoors.
That's all I do is tax code, Mitch. You said it yourself. And I got this beautiful beach here and everything, but I just stay inside and read the tax code.
Yeah, some people, man. Thank God there's someone for everything. This man loves reading tax code. Could you believe it? It's like it's exciting as hitting your thumb with a hammer. You know, I mean, I don't know. All right, you guys, this is Mitch Stephen, Tim Barry. We're here with taxfreefuture.com. If you haven't, go ahead and go to taxfreefuture.com. Check out all the little video vignettes there. You might have to give us a little bit of micro information, first, last name, phone number, email address. But believe me, no one's going to be beating you up over this stuff. We might send you a couple of things in the email or send you a text just to see if you're ready or if you want a free consult with Tim. But other than that, we're just going to send you education. There's about 33 video vignettes and counting, little things that you can do, little things you should know. They're amazing little video vignettes. They're very short, very sweet, and very rich. All right. This is Mitch Stephen with taxfreefuture.com. See you later, Tim. I'll talk to you next Tuesday morning.
See you, Mitch. Thanks.
Bye.
Take care.